This comes with a huge caveat. Because of what I know, I simply know too much to sit here and read this article and think that everything is hunky-dory and to just trust blindly that everything is going to be fine. Why? Why do I feel that way? Well, let's see. Maybe it's because this organization has a track record of not treating people with dignity and respect. And I can say that that is a fact. In France, it was a fact when Catherine Tissier and 99 other domestic workers who had not been fairly compensated for the years of work and labor that they provided to this Opus Dei center or wherever it was that they worked, this teaching school, won their court case, and Opus Dei, the organization, as well as the Opus Dei people who had been responsible for the entire tragedy in France, had to pay fines. So I am suspicious of this kind of thing, knowing that this organization has a track record of not doing the right thing and not treating people that it employs with dignity and respect, despite all claims to the contrary. I also find it a little bit hard to believe because of what I read in Gareth Gore's book, Opus. It's hard for me to feel good about what Opus Dei is doing in Kenya when I know, based on what Gareth wrote in his book, based on the Tissier court case, and based on everything that's been coming out of Argentina and Mexico in the last few years, that Opus Dei has a very established track record of going into socioeconomically disadvantaged communities, having a great sales pitch, pulling people out of those communities and plugging them into Opus Dei to do whatever they need them to do, oftentimes done under the guise of, hey, you'll get education, hey, you're going to get training, hey, you're going to get to see the world, hey, you're going to whatever, fill in the blank carrot dangling that they might be doing at that point in time. So I have a big problem with seeing this kind of thing and thinking like, oh yeah, Doobie Care is definitely a positive initiative that is only going to be doing good things. I wish that I could say that that is absolutely the case and I could read this article and feel great about it, but I don't feel that way. Particularly when you get further down into this article and it's talking about the topics of conversation at this conference. And one of them, let's see, education-themed workshops, one of them overcoming educational barriers in low-income communities. You don't need to have an education if you're going to be trafficked into an organization and sent all over the world to do work for them for free. You don't have to have an education. That's not a barrier that's insurmountable for any organization that isn't interested in following the law. You don't need to have an education to come work for X organization that's going to traffic you all over your country, all over the world. And then the theme for the second day of the conference is work. I'll bet it is work. Future of work, shaping leaders for the evolving job market, bridging skill gaps in employment. I don't read these as positive phrases, positive topics. I read these as very concerning indications of what this organization is doing around the world, particularly in parts of the world without a ton of oversight, without, that maybe don't live as close to that vicious 24-hour news cycle that we do here, where things that are not perhaps the most honest and upright and upstanding can kind of be done under the cover of a sort of media blackout. So my opinion from reading this article, I'm not saying this is a fact, I'm not saying that this is 100% true. This is my opinion, based on what I know, based on reading this article, publicly available information. My opinion is that nothing that Opus Dei is doing over there can really be that good, particularly when they're producing fruits of a poisonous tree. I believe they're fruits of a poisonous tree.